Coming up on the first pitch, and on the hill in this one, Joe Musgrove. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Well, last year, kind of around the league average in terms of ERA. And you know what? That's why you have 5 different spots in the starting rotation. You've got to have people round things out. And not everyone's going to pitch like a number 1 or number 2 every outing or every season. But last year, he gave his team an opportunity and a chance to win every time he took the mound on average. And when you look at that kind of performance, it has a place on every ball club.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Evidently not too impressed with that call, and it feels like he got squeezed on the outside corner, so he's making his case. You got to be careful to pick your spots in terms of showing your frustration with the umpire, and he felt this was his time.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. The pitch. Strike 2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Next pitch is outside.
3-2.
The other way. Dives, but it's off his glove. Base hit. That leaves him without a throw, and he's on at first.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there. I mean, this speedster gets the infield single, and now he's on base to possibly do some damage. I love seeing what guys like this can do to disrupt the game once they get in a position to do so.
Turns and fires the bats. On the ground to third, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Back to first, and that is a double play.
As a former player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Here's Juan Soto. That's to third. Machado tosses to first. They get the out on Soto. That's the third out. Dodgers scoreless. Padres coming up to hit. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. And on the hill, big Tyler Glasnow.
Well, this guy had a bunch of wins last year, and I'll tell you what, as a position player, when you've got a pitcher that's going to go out there, take the ball, and put you in a position to win, for whatever reasons, you're relaxed, you enjoy playing behind him, but you also are able to score for a guy like that. And that's who he was for his team last year, and I'm sure they're hoping they get more of the same this season.
We go to the bottom of the first, and here comes Sander Bogarts. The pitch, and that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And the righty deals. Tried to check his swing there. Now an appeal to first. No swing. Righty to the plate. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Popped up. Moving under this one. Makes the grab. And there's one away. As we take a look at the Padres lineup. A tough challenge in this one. An excellent arm on the mound. Singy, they're going to have to capitalize on their opportunities.
Yeah, and they're not going to get a whole lot if he pitches the way that he's capable of pitching. So, be ready to swing from the first pitch. You get something straight, man, you better turn on it.
Stepping in for San Diego, Ha-Sung Kim. And that's a little bit high. And it's 1-0.
You have to be creative pitching against bad ball hitters. You got to add some velocity, subtract at times. Just avoiding the heart of the plate isn't always going to be enough. Guys like this can hurt you with pitches you wouldn't expect him to swing at.
One down, base is empty. And that one a little below the knees. And that's ball 2. Looked like it was a little bit up. a strike on the outside edge.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And that's ball 4.
Take it, baby.
Batting third.
One down.
Third baseman.
And now it's Manny Machado.
Machado.
First offering. Runner goes. There's a ball. The throw. Tag. And he's out.
Such a quick and fast swing of emotions right there. You get the runner on with the walk, which is great, but then picks a bad pitch to go on, and you just erase the free pass that you were issued. I understand you want to be aggressive. You want to try to get into scoring position, but you just have to be a little smarter there.
Next offering upstairs. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
That one ripped. That's down. One hops off the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. Put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
So 2 down. Now it's Fernando Tatis Jr. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, here's a chance right here for one of the better hitters on this roster to get him on the board in the first. Thanks to the 3-hole hitter extending the inning. Good at bat with 2 outs.
Man on second, 2 down. In the air, right field. Soto going after it. Brings it in. And that is that. 1 left for San Diego. We played an inning. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Will Smith. Musgrove back to work. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Musgrove, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a cutter, a slider, and he works in a changeup. Rusty Valentine calling balls and strikes.
Book, something I hear from hitters about Valentine is they know they don't have to protect off the plate too much in 2-strike counts, and that can be a big deal in terms of your confidence and seeing some pitches in that at bat.
And that one fouled off. What about an umpire's height? How much of a role does that play in your experience and what the strike zone is like?
Yeah, I think it pushes the strike zone up a little bit, which, you know, as a former hitter, you like that. You wanted the ball up. You didn't want to have to deal with stuff down in the zone consistently.
Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And there's a strike. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
1 down, base is empty. Good eye right there. That's in there. 2-2 now. Right-hander kicks, deals. Got him swinging. Had him out front for strike 3.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of it. He just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Max Muncy stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Righty delivers. That misses off the outside edge. That's off the mark, and it's 3-0. No score here in the second. And there's ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Here's Teoscar Hernandez. Right through there for a strike. Strike 2.
0-2.
Muncy off of first with 2 away. Bounce to the right. That's a base hit. Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Batting 8, the center fielder, Luis Domingo.
Digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Luis Domingo. In there for strike 1. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. First and second, 2 down. That one missed. And there's a ball.
I think he wanted that call in the upper part of the zone, but just didn't get it. Now he's just trying to get a better feel for how much it missed so he can adjust his sights just a little bit.
Swing, and he breaks his back. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. Dodgers strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Bottom of the second. So digging in now for San Diego, Luis Campusano.
Luis Campusano.
The right-hander back to work. Wouldn't chase that time. I got to call NLDS Game 4 here in 2022 at Petco Park, where the Padres knocked out their rivals, the LA Dodgers. The place was just nuts the entire game. Terrific fan support. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1. And strike 2.
1-2.
At the belt and fires. And that one lifted in the air center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 1 away.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Nick Gordon in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1. 1 out, bases empty. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1. And that one is lifted in the air. Under it. Makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Batting 7, the first baseman.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Yeah, the pitch is in for a strike. 0-1.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
That one's in there, and it's 1-2. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if...
And down on strikes he goes. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Nothing doing there for the Friars. We'll move to the third with no score. Back here at Petco Park. New inning getting started. And now here is Danny Ramirez. And here it comes. Liner, base hit. So now back to the top of the order. Danny Ramirez with his first major league hit. And this is a moment I'm sure he'll never forget. Congrats.
Yeah, great moment for him and his family. A guy works so hard and has to wait so long for this to happen. And when it does, it can kind of be overwhelming, Boog. You still have to stay locked in on the game, but it's great when you could take a minute to just appreciate what you've done and how hard you've worked to get here.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Reached on an infield single his first time. Just missed. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back singles. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Line, and that's a base hit. Here's the throw. But it's offline. He will score. And it's 1-0.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Juan Soto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Musgrove checks over to first, and he's back. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game, and the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
No outs. Runners at first and third. That misses, and the count is 2-0.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
Grounder might be 2. 1 at second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Right through there for a strike. Smith in his 6th season, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2016. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on.
Ball one.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Ripped on the ground to second, tosses to first, and they get the out on Smith. And that is that. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Padres nothing. Bottom of the inning, stepping in for San Diego.
The left fielder.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Outside low. And that is ball one.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And another ball.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That one missed. Now 3-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a low-end fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Glass now, ready to deal. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. One away.
Oh, there's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed off the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more relaxed that he didn't reach base.
Digging in, Jackson Merrill. The Dodgers up by 2 here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Struck him out swinging. He swung over top of the curveball. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Bogarts stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
1-0.
Pitch is in there, and it's 1-1. And he deals. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Hernandez settles underneath it, makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in San Diego at the plate, Freddie Freeman.
Freddie Freeman.
As he turns on the rubber, and with that good live arm delivers.
You know, the first manager to ever win a game here at Petco Park was Tony Gwynn. Yes, Tony Gwynn. They had a college baseball tournament here in March 2004, and Tony managed San Diego State to a win.
The wind to kick the pitch. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. That's down and in. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's Max Muncy, that funky Muncy. Worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. And there's a foul ball. 0-1. Good eye in that spot. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive in the center field.
Hernandez stands in now and watches strike 1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Foul ball, still 0-2. Muncy, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Got it. And 2 away now.
Well, that's a curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a looping slow curve. He throws it hard, and it gets plenty of bite on the end.
Luis Domingo steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Swung on, belted. Way back there. And out of here. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 4-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Danny Ramirez. Right through there for a strike.
1-1.
The 0-1. And that one hammered. And it's out of here. Danny Ramirez with his first major league home run, a special moment in his young career, and who knows, maybe that'll open the floodgates for him.
Yeah, getting that out of the way can be a big confidence booster. It feels like a huge weight just been taken off your back. You can go up there with a lot less pressure on you now, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets hot for a little while.
What do you remember about your first career homer, Chris?
Well, I remember it was off of Omar Olivares, and, you know, being there in Los Angeles against the Angels, just a tremendous day, great ballpark, and a special moment for sure.
Back to the top of the Dodgers order. And at the plate for the Dodgers, Shohei Ohtani. That catches the corner.
No balls. 1 strike.
Two outs. Clips the corner. And the count is 0-2.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the lead is now 5-0. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And now Ha-Seong Kim.
The shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
Glass now back to work. The shortstop takes the ball.
No strike.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Lifted in the air, right center field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
The third baseman, number 13, Manny
Machado up to the plate. Doubled in his first AB. Out to short, Ramirez. Machado is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here. He's 0 for 1. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
1 ball, 2
The
strikes.
Dodgers leading by 5. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the second baseman, Mookie Betts. And a pitch. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Movement in the bullpen. Jay Groom, the rookie left-hander, appears to be getting going. And a pitch. Swing and a miss.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. 1 gone here.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
And now it's Juan Soto. Down the line. And that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. 1 down, base is empty. And a foul ball. The 0-2. The punch out there picks up strikeout number 7. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
2 outs, base is empty. Will Smith steps to the plate for the Dodgers. In there, and it's 0-1.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
And he takes a strike.
All right, there's number 8, 1 away.
2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. That misses the zone. Going to count 1 and 2.
Got close to the immaculate inning, and he just couldn't find the zone right there. When you think about it, 9 straight strikes, so tough to do.
That gets down for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like
pitching change here, Jay Groom.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
Man at first. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. Missed inside with the curve.
1 ball, no strike.
Smith off of first with 2 away. And that one off the outside edge.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
2 outs. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. And misses inside. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
Great
balls,
RBI
2
spot
strikes.
here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Freeman will take his base.
Boom, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs
Now
if we
back.
gave you enough at
The
bats?
third base.
Oh, that's a good question.
Muncy.
I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Muncy in the box now. No balls and a strike. Edge of the zone for a strike, and the count is 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The 0-2 to the right side. Whips it to first, and that will end the inning. Dodgers strand a couple, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Back here at Petco Park, John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Luis Campusano. The pitch. Fastball in for a strike, 0-1.
You know, these Padres, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. They really haven't worked many deep counts or long at-bats, and that's fine if you're having a lot of success, but at this point, I think it's time to make an adjustment.
2-1.
Now fly ball to right center. Sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved
batting,
extra
the
bases for
designated
sure.
hitter.
If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Now here is Nick Gordon. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. First pitch misses.
1-0.
Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. And a good eye there. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's down. One hops off the wall. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
One out, runner at second. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Dodgers leading by 5, last half of inning number 5. And that just misses.
It's a good take.
Next offering upstairs. Out towards right center field. Soto makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next to the Padres, the left fielder,
Jose Azocar, the next up for the Padres. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Nabs it, and the inning is over. Padres leave one. It's 5-0. Top six. Now the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez.
Hernandez measures 6 feet 2 inches, 32 years old, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. That one's in there. Strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That one lifted to left. Azokar drifts towards it, hauls it in for the out, and there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Domingo up for the third time here. Watches that one miss. Hit hard on the ground to short. Whips it to first on the run. That's out number 2.
Now batting, shortstop, Danny.
2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Danny Ramirez. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed.
1 ball, no strike.
Swings and misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, base is empty. In the dirt, the count now 2-2. Got him looking. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Padres nothing. Well, we go bottom 6, and now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
The pitch. Ball 1, no strikes. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
And he gets that fastball by him upstairs.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Hernandez makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, second baseman, Xander.
Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. Up and in, 1-0. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Fly ball to right. Sizes this one up. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
Next for the Padres, Ha-Seong Kim. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. Just missed. And you played behind guys, and they loved having your speed out there defensively. One of the things that we talk about is how much pitchers enjoy having those elite defenders behind them. There's a strike.
Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
Line to right, and that'll be a base hit. And that gives Manny Machado a chance to hit with 2 out.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Machado in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. And Chris, beyond the fact that he's so incredible defensively, he also can swing the stick. And the pitch. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
In the air, left field. Hernandez pulls it down, and that's the inning. We go to the top of the 7th, and now here's the Dodgers designated hitter, Shohei Ohtani. As the lefty gets to work. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Luis Patino. Morejon, a left-hander, also throwing. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 2-0.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, a good breaking ball like that can buckle the hitter, and by the time you realize it's going to be in the strike zone, it's too late to pull the trigger.
And that one is inside. Sliced hard but foul. 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to lay off some really close pitches, and somehow Boogie found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Fouled off left side. Ohtani on at first. Nobody out. And Mookie takes. Next offering is downstairs.
2 balls, 1 strike.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Didn't recognize off speed, thought it was fastball, a little bit out in front.
On the ground. And that's a base hit. Lead runner around second. And now runners at the corners. Nobody out.
The batter, the right fielder, Juan.
So they're at the corners now. Juan Soto steps to the plate for the Dodgers. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. There's a swing and a drive. It one hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in. It's 7-0.
He was all over that one. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
The batter now will be Will Smith. 1 for 3. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And now the lefty. This to center field. Merrill settles underneath it. Hauls it in for the out. 1 down.
The first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman.
So a man aboard. And now the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Headed down the line on the move towards foul ground. And he can't quite get there. It's a foul ball. Man at second. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1.
Strike.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Merrill racing over to make the catch. Here comes Max Muncy. 1 for 2.
Max Muncy.
There's a strike. And a curve misses outside. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Wouldn't chase that time.
2-1.
Look out! And it hit him.
No, definitely a breakdown in his mechanics on that one. He just lost the handle and ended up way off target.
New pitcher on now, Luis Patino.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. That one is absolutely belted way back there. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. 1 run across the relay, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Padres nothing. Set for the last half of the 7th, and now the right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr. The pitch. There's a strike.
So what we're seeing is a lineup that's just out of sync with the pitcher. They're guessing wrong, and their timing's off.
Glass now back to work, the 0-1. And that one fouled off. Kicks and deals. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. And it beats him for the first out after the drop third strike.
You hear people talk about letting the ball travel so often in terms of a hitting approach, and that's a great example why right there. If he's willing to let that curveball get a little deeper into the zone before he commits, he's way more likely to recognize that it's making a beeline for the dirt. On the other side, still a nice 2-strike pitch, though.
Luis Campusano digs in now. Wouldn't chase that time. And another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
The Padres with a lot of ground to make up here at the bottom of the 7th. Outside. And that's ball 3. And there's the automatic. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Hey, whatever works, right? Doesn't have to be impressive. Pitch was away, so he definitely pulled off it there. Not what you want to do with the pitch in that location, really, but he was able to guide it into the outfield for the knock.
Nick Gordon, the next up for the Padres. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. The Dodgers up big in this one here in game 1 of this 3-game set. That one the other way. 1 at second. And it's a double play to end the inning. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Dodgers 8 and the Padres nothing. And we're back. Now here is Luis Domingo.
Leading off for the Dodgers, the center fielder, Luis Domingo.
The pitch. Just missed. Action in the pen down there. Dennis Santana. Right-handed reliever.
That's a ball.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Next offering is in for a strike. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That one back. And gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack one on the board. It's 9-0.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Danny Ramirez. Close one, doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Nobody on, nobody out, and we're in the top of the 8th. Towards first, Cronenworth. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Shohei
Ohtani up to the dish. He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And there's the strike.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count is 1-1. Just missed. One down, base is empty. That one misses. Now 3-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
headed towards the corner. Azokar flying after this one. And that's a fair ball. Safe at second with a double. Third hit for him this afternoon.
Up next for the Dodgers, the second baseman, Mookie Betts.
One down. Here's Mookie Betts. First offering, and it just misses. Ohtani leads off second with one gone in the inning. That one hit to right. Tatis after it. And he makes the catch. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third. Coming home, the relay throw. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. Solo shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 9-0. You're dialed into the show. Back here in San Diego, and here's the first baseman, Jake Cronenworth. Glass now still out there to pitch the eighth and working with a big lead.
He's been excellent, really on his game in this one, and at this point, he wants to finish what he started.
That misses the zone, and that's ball one. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here.
3-1.
And that one clips the corner.
3-2.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Azokar in the box again. Takes a strike. The 0-2 goes down looking.
Oh, I can't argue with that one, and clearly he was looking for something else, anything but the breaking ball. It's a great pitch to hit right there if you're looking for it, and kind of a gift in a two-strike count, but sometimes you just get fooled and you got to tip your cap.
Merrill stands in now and watches strike one. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the eighth inning. Smoked on the ground to second. Gets it to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Padres go down quietly. Steep hill to climb. It's a 9-0 deficit. All set to start the ninth in this one. Juan Soto now.
Juan Soto.
Here comes a pitch. Patino, 25 years old, and he's a native of Colombia.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
And that one pulled foul. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
Smith, the next to hit, takes outside. Into center and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Freddie Freeman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And that one is in for a strike. Man at first, one away. Left-hand batter waits. Next offering is outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Missed with a changeup. 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Tapped up the first base side. Cronenworth to second. Back to first. Double play. And that's it for the inning. Bottom of the 9th coming up, and we'll see if he can complete the shutout after the break. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Xander Bogaerts.
The second baseman, Xander Bogaerts.
The right-hander back to work.
Well, he's back out there to pitch the 9th and about to throw his 100th pitch. Man, this is exciting. I hope they let him finish this one.
The 1-0. And another ball.
2-0.
That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
Freeman puts it away, and there's one down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Ha-Seong Kim.
He's 2 outs away. Ha-Seong Kim now at the plate. Ball 1 there. Right through there for a strike. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Here's a 1-2. Line drive and foul ball. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And they're down to their last out.
Nice, doubled up with the slider for that punch out. The one before just caught the zone. So as a hitter, you have to protect right there. Great pitch to just expand a little bit more. He got that chase he was looking for. That right there is good pitching.
Last chance for the Padres. Now a chance for Manny Machado. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike.
You tie a guy up like that, you're feeling like you are in command.
Glasnow is just 1 strike away. Wouldn't chase that time.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
The Padres with a lot of ground to make up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. And another ball. Here's a rocket out to left. He'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers slug their way to a win in this one.
It has become increasingly difficult to throw a complete game shutout because of all of the offensive prowess that these hitters are showing around the league today. But he had total command of this game, and he saw it all the way through to the end. Nice win.
9-0 your final in this one. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon.